What's going on, everyone? It is Sunday, time for our AMA. Let's do a quick roll call here before I forget about it. So what do we got here? We do have Mike Baldwin in the house. Budweiser. My buttons aren't working, so I had to do that manually. We got, what is that? Mike Vega, Alexander Fleener, Alvatis Jokabatis, Gaiwa, what's happening? Savage White Zero, what's going on, Savage White? I don't know what that name is. Is that a Russian name, different name, but 2050 something? I don't know what you're saying. I apologize, and I don't know how to read that name. Why is there less hash rate on Hive than in XMRig? Hive OS 13.5, XMRig 17 kilohash. You're referring to the pool, or you versus the miner versus the Hive dashboard? What do you mean by that one? So Skirm, what's going on? Bad Cat, what's happening? Alexander Fleener, Gamaki Pizza. Hey, you got pizza in your name. That's to the moon right there. Epic Lunchbox, what's going on? Is there pizza inside of that Epic Lunchbox? Probably. Mike Metcalf, what's happening? Son of a, I'm not gonna say that, but Rabid, son of a Rabid. Alien Hawk Q there. We got Andres 23007. What's going on? Just looking around. What's happening? Looks like Elysium is almost officially ready for release at Viper Pool. So you guys, get ready. Get your miners ready. If you're an Elysium miner, get ready to smash out some blocks on Viper. What do we got here? Scrolling through. Coinology. Chris Stewart, what's going on? Son of a Rabid Panda, what's going down? Oh, it just jumped on me. We got Always Geeky, Chapawed, son of the R-word thingamajigger again. Jean Franquist, Crypto Power 4, Jackknife, Frederick Marciano, Dave Hall, Rick 4, what's going on? Yeah, sorry if I missed anyone, I apologize. But yeah, so it's an AMA, so at me, super chat me, tag me, do something to get my attention, and we'll try to answer your questions. So to start this off here, it's cold. So some of you guys may be aware, but last night this popped up as an emergency alert. This is an Alberta emergency alert issued by the AEMA. This alert is effect for Alberta. Extreme cold resulting in high power demand has placed the Alberta grid at a high risk of rotating power outages this evening. So I never got another alert after that. I didn't turn anything off. I left everything on. And everything was still fine this morning. Now, this morning, I did think that we did have a rolling blackout because all of a sudden I heard ASIC screaming. That's how I woke up. I woke up to screaming ASICs. I'm like, what happened? Things reset. Did the power go out? And they came back on. And it looks like I was on Kaspa pool with the Kaspa ASICs, and it got, I don't know, some people say it got DDoS attacked, other people saying it just went down. It was down for about an hour there. It came back up an hour and a half from the last share to when I got rebooted there. So that's what happened. It was a Kaspa pool thing. Everything else was still online. So there was no rolling blackouts or anything, so that's awesome. I'm waiting for another alert because it's still friggin' cold out. So we might get another one today. So here's what I posted the other day. This is what it was last night. So this was yesterday coming into last night, minus 40, feel like minus 50. So that happened and gone. And current temperatures right now, this second, I just posted this 50 minutes ago, and it's still the same. It is minus 40 as an ambient right now, and it feels like minus 47. And it's supposed to get to like minus 45 or something tonight, and then feel like minus, I don't even know, minus 58 or something. It's going to be cold. One more cold night to go. It's going to be insane. But yeah, it's crazy. I have an industrial humidifier. The air is so dry. It's like 8 to 11% humidity. It is so dry. Lips are just cringing up. But we have an industrial humidifier, and it's hard. It's supposed to do like 3,000 square feet. It holds like, I don't even know, 8 gallons of water. It's huge. It's awesome. But it's hardly even keeping up to hold it around 20 to 30%. But it is working. You open up the door to go outside for, a vapor or whatever, and it's just a cloud of smoke just shoots outside off the deck and everything from the moisture leaking out every time you open the door. It looks like we're in an igloo, literally. Like everything outside is just freezing. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely cold. And I want to point out out here too. It also says once in a generation cold has taken hold in BC and Alberta. So we're getting some cold days right now. It's chilly out there. It's cold times, cold times. My feet are a little chilly. So I have the windows open downstairs in my mining room. This is where my workstation stuff is. So the ambient temp at around shoulder level is about 20 degrees Celsius and warmer as hot air rises. And then by the feet though, on the ground, it is cold. My feet are like freezing, but you know, I'm just keeping the rigs cool, doing its thing, you know, mining away, gaining some crypto, and that's what we're doing. So yeah, what is that? Because Daniel Porter, greedy crypto miner. Hey, that's what we're on. We're just greedy crypto miners. But yeah, you know, if it goes into a rolling blackout situation, we get a warning that, you know, last resort type of thing, I will shut some stuff down and, you know, do that. But yeah, right now things are running. Keep that nasty weather up north. I don't want that. Yeah, it's pretty chilly. It's pretty chilly out there. Another thing is interesting too. I did see on the news too, I guess it was 3 days ago now, it was Thursday or Friday, that they also, during this time, you know, because they're the grid system, they have planned maintenance on 2 power plants or something in Alberta. So like, maybe they had it planned, like they started it 2 months ago or something, but like seriously, usually the coldest days when it comes to Alberta is January and February. It doesn't matter how warm it was earlier. Look, it's always the coldest around when the kids go back from spring break. Same thing happened last year. Schools were closed because it got so cold. The exact same time it is right now. But who schedules downtime maintenance on power plants in the coldest 2 months of the year? That makes zero sense. Thank you, Alberta planners. You guys are awesome. Whoa, what do we got going on here? Just looking around. Thank you for the 50 USD. Some scratch to help you, but another cord of wood and to keep you warm. Yeah, our heating bill's probably, you know what? You know what's going to happen also is they're going to jack the gas prices. I guarantee it. The gas prices are probably going to go through the roof on the next bill because, you know, increased demand, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So it says, let's celebrate the first super on a live stream. What? This is the first super I ever got. I think that's the biggest super I've ever got. So that's pretty sweet. Seeing the pink there. Much appreciated there. Just looking around. Same in Ontario. Is it starting to cool down there? This is supposed to be moving east. So I'm assuming it's going to start hitting the east side there. Whatever it's doing at that point, it's going to be insane. It usually takes 6 months to a year to rebuild a coal furnace for generation. When it's that cold, do you go outside? Yeah, I still go outside. I took the garbage and stuff out. Now, the other thing, too, I don't know if you guys follow me on Twitter or not. If you do, be sure to follow me because I do a lot of updates there because it's really fast to do so when I find out things and stuff like that where videos could be, like, delayed, like, a week or something. But, I accidentally left my Hive mappers in my truck. 2 of them. The one facing the front, the one on the side. For the past 2-3 days when it's been hitting these cold temperatures. And I do believe on their website it says it's good for up for minus 25 or something. So this is going to be a good durability test. I'm just going to leave it there. It's been there frozen already. If I bring it in, I feel it's going to hit the moisture, instantly freeze, and probably wreck something. So I'm just leaving it out there. And then when it starts warming up next week, you know, I think in the next couple days it's supposed to get down to beach temperatures, minus 25 or something like that. So we can be outside in t-shirts. It's still pretty cold. But, you know, when it does start warming up, I'll fire up the truck and let things gradually heat up. But it's going to be a good test. Will that thing still work after it's seen like minus 40 to 50 temperatures for a couple days? Like that thing is frosted up solid. My truck looks like it doesn't want to move. It'll fall apart. It'll just explode if something touches it. So, yeah, it's crazy. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be interesting to see if that thing actually still works after that cold. That's definitely a good durability test there. Mine's in my truck too, minus 40 here there also. So yours is there too. Awesome. So this is going to be a durability test for both of us to see if that thing will still fire up and run. So obviously I'm going to let it warm up before I plug it in. You know, this is still a couple days away. I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon, but yeah, crazy. It is so cold in Canada, Alberta. Yeah, it's crazy. I seen a funny meme also. There's 2 polar bears. One sitting on a lawn chair. The other one, I can't remember who posted it, but they were responding to how cold my temperature was. And one polar bear, I think it was a female, had her bags packed. And she's up in the Arctic. Ice is cracking around her. And she's like, It's too warm. It's too hot here. I'm moving to Alberta. And it was pretty funny. I got a good chuckle out of that one. If it turned off, it will be fine. That's the temp range only while it's working. Okay, interesting. So I'm just wondering though, because the other thing is, if this thing quits sticking, that's if it gets too cold, will the sticky stuff that actually sticks to the glass, what if it falls? It won't take much of a bump to smash a lens or something at that cold of a temperature. So that's the other thing I was iffy about, is if that thing falls off the windshield, it's gonna like explode. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyway, so far it's still hanging there. I actually looked at it this morning. It's still up on the windshield. So I'm like, awesome. I have a 180 kilohash. What crypto take my best coin this time? 180 kilohash. I'm assuming you're referring to CPUs there, but it depends on the algorithm. 180 kilohash on what algorithm? 180 kilohash on Ghost Rider is about double that, or 75% of that is higher on RandomX or something. So what I'm assuming that's probably RandomX hash rate that you're going with. That seems to be a baseline hash rate, just kind of like how Ethereum used to be the baseline hash rate of hardware when saying things. But 180 kilohash, I don't know. Like there's I do have the CPU mining calculator. You can check that out. Load it up. Hit the calculate button, and this is a single 3900X. It's looking like, well, yeah, the coin. We still have to see what's going on here. It's not reporting the correct hash rate. We got reaction here is at 67 cents. I still think Vish is one of the most profitable ones out there that's currently listed that you can sell and stuff. So let's just do an update on that. Let's just take a look, see how Vish is currently doing. It did see a hash rate reduction here over the past 24 hours, as of this morning. Oh, wow. So it's actually down to 18. It was at 30 something. Look at that. You can see, remember yesterday we kind of looked at this. I think it was over 30 mega hash here, 31.7. Now it's down to 18.9 mega hash. The price is way down too, but let's just have a look. 18.9 mega hash now. 18.90 there. Bam. Now we're going to check out the price. So what is the price here? Let's just adjust this. We're going to head into Exag. We're going to type in some Vish and see what you are selling. Oh, wow, it's down even more. Look at this thing. It's crashing hard. 0.001879. What is the probability looking like at 001879? So 001879. Hit the button. That is still 99 cents per 3900X. So it's still almost $1 with that because the hash rate came down. So I still think this is probably one of the most profitable coins that you could be mining right now on your CPU that's listed. There's always new coins coming that doesn't have listings. Who knows? It could be a month before they're listed, 6 months before they're listed. But if you're trying to get profitability this second, it does come down to this is looking like probably still the top coin. And then you just sell it and you put it into whatever else. If you want more Zeph, buy some Zeph with it. That's what I've been doing. I've been mining this. I've been selling it, and I've just been buying Zeph. I'm not saying do what I do. Do whatever you want to do. Buy Raptorium, buy, Litecoin, buy anything that you feel is going to be right for you, what you feel in your belly there. I'm glad I sold mine when it was 0.0069. That was a great move. Yeah, it's way down now. That's a great price to sell at 0.0069. I know some people sold at 0.007 and then it went to 0.008 and they're like, oh, I should have waited. But now you look now, like, don't get greedy when it comes to this stuff. Unless you really want that coin to pump or you feel like it will, then you hodl away for sure. But don't keep expecting the prices to keep continuing to go up. Usually with these new coins, they only keep going up for about 2 or 3 days and then they start crashing, especially as more nodes go online and then people with the nodes start taking profits and stuff and the coin starts going down. And that's what we're seeing right now is it's starting to dip. Now, it doesn't mean it's not going to come back up again in, a couple weeks, maybe a month's time. It could start seeing new life. But, the initial first couple days of that pump is when you start taking those profits. So don't get greedy. It's okay to take profits. You know, maybe you missed out on 1 cent increase or something, but at least you cashed out. And then, you know, like you said, you're glad you cashed out 0.0069. Look at it now. You were making a lot more. Plus the hash rate has been up, so you're getting less coins now compared to what you were at that time as well. So, you know, it's okay to take profits. You know, get whatever you want. I take profits all the time. I use my crypto for everything. I sold a bunch of, you know, ETC POW and ETC, and I'm trying to get a new camera to bring higher quality images and videos for you guys. But I kind of messed that up. So let's go over a funny story here. I do see a big yellow one here. Thank you very much, Kazumax there for the 10 euros. Between 2021, bull run was interrupted because of overpriced electricity. Same can happen this year. Interrupting Bitcoin having bull run and force people to liquidate the crypto and shut down rigs. Yeah, totally, for sure. But that'd be all right. You know, as more people shut down rigs, yields pick up, and then that means more profit for other people. So there is always that equilibrium. Definitely people in Europe and stuff, it's going to take a lot higher prices in order for the profitability to hit that level, especially versus people that only have, like, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8 cent power. They're mining way earlier and longer and throwing more hardware on, where someone at 30 to 40 cent power, they might not even be able to turn anything on. It's just hardware sitting there. That's the huge equilibrium that we're still kind of seeing on GPUs, on top of don't know how many GPUs are going to turn back on yet, but there's a lot. Europe is huge when it comes to mining, especially on GPUs and stuff. And there's so much hardware out there that it needs a lot higher prices before we see that hash turn on. And when it does turn on, we could go from $1 to $2 a day profitability on a single 3070 or something, and it could drop down to 40 cents. So these are still a whole lot of factors that we have to kind of keep in the back of our minds before you go out there and spend $100,000 on some cheap hardware. It could definitely be a good play, or it might not be a good play, depending on all that unknown factors right there. But yeah, we don't know. It'll be interesting. I was gonna say something. I forgot what it was. Someone remind me what I was talking about. POS Bitcoin fork coming after BlackRock. Not for Bitcoin, but I did see in Bitcoin Talk Forum that there is like a Bitcoin fork coming, not on Bitcoin, but like a fork of Bitcoin that's POS. Like, seriously, no, not happening. Stay away from that. We don't talk about POS stuff around there. 185 watching, only 40 likes. What? 194 people liking, 41 likes. Come on, guys, hit that like button. What's going on with you? Come on, it's just a simple click. One little click, thumbs up, hit it, and we go to the moon. You know, it'll be awesome. All right, let's continue on here. I was going to look at some stuff, and I totally forgot what it was. You know, we can look at this. We kind of talked about it yesterday. Remember, Skirm was bringing up about Pecunia and your pose score here for pose banning and stuff. So I did have 2 on Raptorium. It looks like this one did go back to 0 and got the check mark, and this one dropped a little bit as well. So it looks like they're coming back down. Like I said, you know, I see this happen all the time with various nodes on here, and it just goes back to 0. I didn't lose any time here. You know, my next pay is in 3 hours and 2 hours. My last one was a day ago on each. So like nothing happened here. I did see those little scores, but you know, it's 100% okay. Everything's all fine. Oh yeah, I was talking about the camera. So funny story. So yeah, I sold some ETC POW, I sold some ETC and stuff, and I went to purchase a camera. I was looking at, what is it? The Canon R6 Mach 2 for the super fast autofocus and AI and stuff in there. Like, this thing, it looks absolutely amazing. Like, you can pinpoint a bird in the sky and it'll detect the eye and follow it the entire time, on top of up to 120 frames per second of 4K 60 video for slow motion stuff as well. It's a wicked camera. So I sold a bunch of coins and I ordered that up, but then I messed up because I was like, oh wow, this is a wicked deal. So I ordered the wrong one. I got the R6 Mach, the original, the one that came out like 2 or 3 years ago, not the Mach 2. So then, you know, within 30 minutes, I canceled it. I was like, no, I don't want this. Cancel as soon as I noticed that. And then all of a sudden, like, they shipped it right away. I was like, who ships it? Like, who ships that fast? That doesn't happen. And, you know, so I couldn't cancel it. And then they said they're going to retract it and bring it back so I can get a refund and stuff. But I think I might have to wait until it gets here. And then package it back up, send it back before I can finally get the refund to finally order the right one. So it was supposed to be here next week, and now it looks like it's probably going to be delayed like a month, because now it's going to be another week and a half to send back, and then I'm going to have to get the refund and then reorder the other one, another week and a half to get back. So that sucks. You know, I was getting ready to, you know, I was stoked to start recording in like 4K 60p and stuff, and it was going to be awesome, and then now all of a sudden I have to wait. So I'm getting ready for the bull run. I'm trying to up the, you know, quality and stuff. I got the 4K monitor now, so most of my tutorials and stuff can be in 4K, nice and clear. I got new internet coming, so hopefully I can start streaming in at least 1080 when that's actually put in. And then I have a separate internet for all my rigs and nodes and stuff, so that'll be awesome. I won't have anything interrupting here. And then, you know, the camera for the video footage, B-roll and stuff coming up in the 4K. So it's going to be sweet. I'm getting ready for that bull run. It's right around the corner, getting everything into as high as quality as I possibly can. And things will look pretty sweet. Son of a rabbit panda, red mine. By the time you get refunded, the Mark II camera. Well, yeah, that's the other thing too. I was like, oh no, it's gonna double because it was on sale. I think it was on sale. It was only like 100 and some off. But you know, I was looking into that. And I was like, yeah, I think this is gonna be a wicked one, especially for YouTube and stuff. But yeah. You got any nodes? Well, what kind? It depends on the nodes. Like, well, I do have 2 Bitorium nodes, which I have no idea if that's going to do anything. So that's just, you know, hopefully the price goes up at least 10%, then I can sell or something. I don't know. But I got 2 Raptorium nodes. You know, I got a bunch of those ETMC nodes and, you know, whatever else. Actually, I think that's the only nodes I really have. I did pull out of my Flux node. Well, I could have pulled out in July and I totally forgot about it. So I tried pulling out about a week ago now, and I haven't got my Flux yet. I haven't checked it in the past 2 days, but I'm waiting to see. But yeah, I haven't got it yet. You know, I should probably check my Flux. You know, I'm going to check my Zelcore wallet right now and see if it showed up. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's see if it showed up. You know, this is probably one of the worst wallets ever. I hate this wallet. I don't like it at all, but you know, I don't really have a choice right now. All right, let's see here. What's my password? Oh yeah, I gotta mute this. Give me a second. All right, cancel that. I can't even get into it. I need a new keyboard. I've been having major issues. Like when I hit a T and the R and stuff like that, it doubles and triples it up. Like my keyboard is starting to glitch out. It's like a couple years old now anyway, but it's starting to glitch out on me. So now like when I try to type in passwords, I have to go like super slow, and then it still doesn't want to work. And then with that, it has the stars. I can't see it. So I can't see what I'm putting in. So it just keeps saying wrong password when I know it's right. But I think my keyboard is throwing double letters in here and there. So that sucks. I need a new keyboard now too. Oh, everything's just falling apart. Too many crumbs. Yeah, it could be too many crumbs in there. But, you know, whatever. It's time for slowly upgrading everything. It's not Chinese keyboards. Well, what is this? I can't remember what this is. I think this is a Logitech G19. That's the keyboard I have, I think. So, yeah, it's older now. I'm going to go play something because I'm too stressed in the current market with current conditions. I just try to distract myself. Type it in Notepad first. Yeah, you could definitely do that. That's a good idea. Pulley. Yeah, that's a good call. You know, I should do that. I'll do that later. You know what? I'll check it later. See if it shows up. Let's just do some questions. We don't need to be checking all my stuff while we're live on the stream here. 4K is overrated. It could be. Yes, no. You know, 1080, you know, good quality lenses and camera at 1080 is still, it can be better than a lot of people's lower end 4K for sure. What do we got here? RMA. Logitech quality is so garbage now. Yeah, well, I don't know. I love this keyboard. It worked great. It was awesome. But yeah, I think I need to get a new one here soon. Pretty happy with the couple EVGA keyboards I've got for the gamers. Nice. Yeah, EVGA makes a little bit of everything. Maybe I'll look into one of those. Check it out. See how it works. Do we have any ats and questions and stuff going on in here? Hi, Rabid. For Threadrippers, how many memory channels you recommend mining Zeph? Well, I think Threadrippers are limited to 4-channel, aren't they? Epics are 8. Threadrippers can go up to 4-channel. And all the consumer grade are dual channel, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Threadrippers are quad channel 4. So I guess that's your maximizing right there. Use all 4 slots, you get 4 channels, and that's about it. But yeah, you'd want to load it up for sure. For Threadrippers and Epics, for mining Zeph, which is Random X, you're going to want to load it up with RAM. When it comes to the consumer grade, 3000, 5000, 7000 series CPUs, then you only need the 2 sticks of RAM. You have any Kaspa nodes running? No, I don't. Like, you mean the Kaspax, the KDX, or whatever that app is, the solo mining node and stuff where you can run your wallet and stuff through. I don't have that going at all, unless Kaspa has a new thing where you actually run nodes for the chain. And if they do, no, I don't have that either. So no, I do not have any Kaspa nodes up anymore. I just run some nodes here once in a while to, do solo mining stuff. I don't feel it's a good idea to be solo mining Kaspa anymore, but some people may get lucky. Rabid, you still thinking about waiting for the 550 series from NVIDIA? Yes, I think so. Yeah, I think I'm going to still wait for the 50 series. Like I'm close to that power limit here where I can't really do much. Like I'm on the verge of removing the overclocking from the Kaspa ASICs because it's starting to get more profitable now, not even running them, where, I can fill up. Like they use I have 2 KS2s and a KS1. And for an extra 1.5 terahash, they're using an extra 1800 watts. So 1800 watts for 1.5 terahash. So that's 50% more than a KS1 or 50% less than another KS2 or 25% less than another KS2, I guess. But, like a KS2 only uses 1200 watts and a KS1 only uses 600 watts. So it's using more power than entire, what it's worth. It's becoming a lot less efficient. Rewards are dropping. The price is starting to look like trash also. But, things are just not looking good. So I can fill up that void of overclocking with other hardware. And, when I say other hardware, most likely CPUs, because when I'm looking at the GPU market it's still not looking that good. Like GPUs are still having a rough time out there, even though some profitability is coming up. Like we can say a 4090, obviously, it's making $1.58 a day. But this thing cost me, $1.58 USD. So MSRP on a Founders Edition is like, what, $1,600? So it's $2,200 Canadian here. So I don't know, this might be $1.80 Canadian or something in profit after power, which, is pretty good, but that's an expensive GPU. You could almost buy an Epic for $140.90, which will probably be making... What would that be making? What's a single 7742 making right now? Load that up, calculate. So yeah, look at like Reaction, for example, $3.40 and $2.72 after power on Reaction. So, like double the profitability for the same price. So I'm still not thinking GPUs. Now, I mentioned this a lot. I believe the baseline that we should look at for profitability when hash will turn on is in the RTX 3070. As we know, this was the most popular GPU really purchased back in the Ethereum days. And there are tons of these things out there. And it's the most popular GPU that's online on HiveOS stats. So we can see the profitability on a 3070 right now at 11 cents per kilowatt hour is only 21 cents. And I've been saying for a while now that around the 60-cent profit margin, that's at me at 11 cents. So remember, some people are at 30 cents or something. So let's just take higher power level of people here. Let's go 20 cents per kilowatt hour. Let's look at the 3070 again. And 3070, where are you at? Like, I don't even know where it is. Oh, 3070 is right here now. So, look at that. If you have 20-cent power, a 3070 is negative 22 cents. It's making profit 6 cents on a lithium right now, allegedly. So, the profit's very low. And I've been saying, around 60 cents, say around 20 cents per kilowatt hour, this is when we're going to see all that unknown hash and shut off rigs turn on, which would look like, you know, we're making 60 to 80 cents now at 20 cents per kilowatt hour. This could drop into where it's at right now again, back to minus 22, negative 22, only 6 cents here, you know, 11 cents per kilowatt hour is obviously still going to look better, but this is when we're going to see the hash turn on. So I don't even think personally, I don't feel it's worth buying GPUs for me. I'm still going into other hardware. I don't want to use that extra power and stuff on these things. It's just still looking bad. It's looking very bad this cycle for the GPUs. So, you know, I hope I'm wrong. I 100% hope I'm wrong, and maybe all the hash that's, you know, out there is already online, and we're just going to gain from here, and then prices will go up, and the coin prices will go up, and then profitability will pick up, and we're all good. You know, that's best case scenario. Hopefully that's the way it plays out. It's just that I still think that too many hardware GPUs out there are going to turn back on here once profitability starts looking decent at those higher power ranges, and we're just it's gonna suck. The peak of the bull run, it could just suck. So yeah, that's the way I'm feeling and looking at things right now. So when it comes down to that question, the 5000 series there for NVIDIA, yeah, I'm still holding out for that, because they're supposed to get memory bandwidth boost on top of another big core boost over the 4000 series. Where 4000 series didn't really see a memory bandwidth boost. Now the supers are releasing right now. They are finally, the supers are probably what the 4000 series should have been in the first place. It's just NVIDIA is finally releasing it. They know their marketing. So right off the get-go, though, they did write off the 4000 series completely. The 5000 series is supposed to be beast mode, and there's supposed to be increased cores, more efficiencies, and just higher memory bandwidths as well. So I feel that's going to be the go-to, because we're going to run into this bull run, guys. You're going to need to be running. Once hash rate starts picking up, efficiency is definitely going to matter. It didn't really matter as much when Ethereum was around, but all these coins, they suck compared to Ethereum. You can argue the fact that they're good, this is going to do that, you know, Flux is going to go to $10, $20. Flux at $500 is still not going to be very profitable once all that hash rate hits. It's still probably going to be in the negatives if it hits $500, because there's so many damn GPUs out there. That's the level I'm kind of talking about here, where you're going to need efficiency, and we do the majority of our mining is in the bear market anyway. So when the prices are down and you're not hardly making anything, that's when you get the highest yields and you make most of your money after the following bull run. So you want to run as efficient as you possibly can, and that's another reason why I'm just probably going to hold out for that 5000 series and see what happens. That's just me. You know, I'm not saying do what I do. You know, if you see some sweet prices or you have cheap power, buy everything you possibly can. You know, just because you don't mine on it, you can still go out and buy all this hardware, because if prices start picking up like they usually do, I don't think we're going to see no GPU shortages. I don't think we're going to see, well, we might see GPU shortages technically for AI and stuff, but you know, I don't think we're going to see like how we saw with Ethereum, where, you know, a 580 was going for like $800 to $1,000 because they were making so damn much with Ethereum. I don't think we're going to see that again. So GPU hardware, well, it could still go up in price and you could resell it for more. I don't think we're going to see the super crazy dumb prices like we did with the Ethereum boom. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens though. POS coins, Rabid. Yeah, I know. Well, yes, Ethereum is POS. We don't talk about POS coins. But when it comes to GPU mining, you cannot talk about what GPU mining currently looks like and what it could look like without mentioning Ethereum, because Ethereum killed GPU mining, literally. It's still dead in my eyes. I really feel it's still dead. Even though the profitability is coming up, I still think GPUs are dead until we see the unknown number of how much hardware is ready to turn on. And once it does turn on, once we see those hash rates spike, then we can get an indicator of how well GPUs will actually do. But right now, I still consider them technically dead, because they're also still one of the least profitable ways to mine crypto. So yeah, that's just me. That's my 2 cents. It's been 10-week green. Bull run is over. Yeah, we've been green for 10 days. Bull run's over, guys. Get ready for the bull or the bear. Rabid, let me use your GPU rig for Hashcat. Got a few passwords to crack. Oh, that's crazy. Well, yeah, I guess that's a use for them. You know, there's other ways you can make money, like 4090s. I know there's that vast AI thing. It goes up, it's been going down. There's other ways out there, but I like to cover crypto stuff. Vast, it's not crypto, I don't think. I don't feel that's a crypto thing. Now, Octa.Space is doing some interesting stuff where their nodes are going live right now, and they're like a vast AI thing, but they are crypto. So that's something I might look into and attempt, is the Octa.Space VPNs and their rendering thing that they got going on with their nodes. Now it's ran kind of like Vast, where you need a decent CPU, you know, the 3080s, 4090s and stuff, and then people rent your hardware, and it's all done on the Octa.Space network, which is crypto related, which is something I will most likely end up covering eventually once I finally decide to try it or something. But yeah, I might try Vast sometime. You know, I've been saying, you know, I'll try Vast one of these days, but it's kind of on the back burner right now. Yes, it's making decent money on 4090. It's probably the most profitable way to run your 4090, but it's not crypto related really, so I don't really cover that stuff. Can you mine? Jeez, I don't know. What's up, miners? Hey, what's going on, Tommy Coin? What's going down? Just cranked 5 rigs at my house with 26 GPUs, thinking about mining Flux to pay out in BTC. Hey, you know what? Depending on your power price, if it's profitable, it's something you want. You know, if you're stacking more BTC that way, definitely go for it. There's more profitable coins depending on the hardware that you have that would get you quite a bit more Bitcoin. You know, we can take a quick peek at that right now. What GPUs do you have? As you can see here, Flux is probably nowhere in the list. You know, let's actually have an idea. I'm curious. What GPUs are those? Let's just see what it's looking like. Let's go RTX 3070. They got Flux on here. What is the current profitability right now on that? Ironfish is still making 20 cents on the 3070. That's kind of crazy. Dynex is still making 16 cents. Flux, here it is, 14 cents. Okay, so Flux is still making about 40 cents after power at 11 cents per kilowatt hour. You know, that's pretty low compared to a lot of the other coins, but you know, you will make quite a bit more. Like, say, example, AI Power Grid, you'll get double the BTC in theory because you're getting double after power. Uh, 3060 Ti's through 3090s. Okay, so 3070 is a nice middle ground to kind of show you there. So yeah, you know, do the AI PG and stuff like that. You know, that's probably going to yield you more Flux, even though it is a power burner algorithm. Another thing we want to look at here, kind of, let's go back into here. Let's take a look at the current emissions. Like, what are the best coins right now? By best coins, I mean hash rate soakers. And what do I mean by hash rate soakers? That's, again, we're talking about POS Ethereum. This is what made the other coins, you know, profitable. This is what made Ravencoin profitable. You know, after the ETH pump on Ethereum there and all this hardware came in, you know, it just disappeared. And obviously, we've seen negative profitability. Everything just died literally until enough rigs shut off finally to slowly bring profitability up. But we need coins that can absorb hash rate. So we're going to look at the emissions here right now. Obviously, this is based on current price. We're not in a bull run, so the emissions are going to be probably a good 4 to 5x. In theory, Ethereum Classic could be a good 6x higher than where it is now if it hits $120 again. But we can see for GPUs, it's still Ethereum Classic is the 4th largest emitting coin, and it's paying over $400,000 to miners. Now, this number right here is a big number. Why does it matter? Because Ethereum, when it was in a bear market, just before the halving, like 2 days before, it was paying $21 million to the miners on the network. When it was at the peak bull run, it was paying over $61 or $64 million. That's double of what Bitcoin is paying right now. So if you still think GPUs are awesome after Ethereum, they're not. How can you look at these coins? The next largest coin is Ethereum Classic, which is starting to get hit with all the Jazz miners and Ipolos, which even the Ipolos, which people talk smack about because they're not efficient as, you know, the E9 Pros and stuff like that, they're still double the efficiency of a GPU. So they're still, if ETC takes off, I would rather have Ipolo miners than a GPU on Ethereum Classic. Just saying, it's a lot more efficient to do so. And they're about the same price and cheaper than a lot of the newer GPUs anyway. So it just makes sense to run one of those instead of GPUs on this. But there's a lot of GPU farms out there. But this is sitting at 448,000 right now. You know, let's time that by 6. You know, if it does hit 120 $8 again, or maybe it goes higher as we hope. 448, we're going to times that by about 6. That's about $2.6 million. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, but that's still nothing compared to what Ethereum was. Next best coin here, we can do AI Power Grid is at 269,000. That's awesome. This is a new coin here. This is definitely another hash rate soaker. Now, by hash rate soaker, these are coins that are paying quite a bit of money to the miners over the other ones, so they can absorb more hardware to keep the profitabilities at a kind of decent level. So before an equilibrium hits. So we can see ETC absorbing a bunch of hash. AI Power Grid is absorbing hash. Carlson, even though it's down to only 2.5 cents, it's next in line at only 109,000. A lot of people have been trash talking Carlson, but you cannot argue the fact it is paying more than Ravencoin. It is paying its miners more than Neri. It is paying more than Conflux. It's paying more than Octa.Space, Ergo. It is paying more than all these other coins. So far, that is absorbed. That is another hash rate soak. Carlson is paying 109,000, but all these numbers are hardly paying anything compared to what the original hash rate soak was. So this is an important thing I think that people should watch to determine how well the set hardware is actually doing. Obviously, we have Bitcoin here. It's still at 35.6 million. In theory, this is going to drop by this is going to go down to 15 million here soon. Maybe 17 million, you got to divide it. But at the halving, if Bitcoin is still at the current price, this emissions is going to drop 50% because that block reward is going to drop 50%. So that's going to be crazy. That's going to be a bad day for all the people with Bitcoin mining farms when you go from $35 million a day down to 15 to 16 or so. That's going to suck. But obviously, because of it, it's going to spark a bull run and prices are going to go up. Bitcoin does have the ordinals, which is bad. I think that's one of the stupidest things that ever happened was ordinals on Bitcoin. Because now the mempool, when Bitcoin gets busy, yeah, the block rewards go up. It's awesome. We could see the largest block rewards ever happen on Bitcoin in this bull run. Maybe up to 15, 20 Bitcoin, maybe higher. This is turning into pre-1551 Ethereum at this point. But it's starting to get delays. Transactions are getting delayed like 2 to 3 days. We've seen that in this bear market on some small busy days when some ordinals hit. It was taking 2 days for people to send like $5 in Bitcoin because the mempool was so full. And the block reward for miners went up to like 11 or something like that, which is insane because it's doubled what it's supposed to be at only 6 something. Well, just slightly under double. You kind of get that. But we're going to see some massive block rewards happening here leading on. So obviously it's going to boost us up to even higher to where it is. But that's not permanent. It's going to go back down. And then it all comes down to the Bitcoin price. So it looks like someone just bought a Hive mapper there. But so congratulations to whoever did that. Anyway, so moving on now, we got Kaspa here sitting at 1.4 million. Obviously, this is all ASIC now. Let's just keep continuing on. We got Chlorus here, that's 69. Monero, this is CPUs though, so that's 68,000. Zeph is, almost is over double the emissions that Monero is now, which is crazy. But keep in mind, Monero block reward is only 0.6. Zeph will be at 0.6 as well eventually. The block, I don't know when the next reduction is, but the block rewards will be dropping and eventually it'll be on tail emissions, just like Monero. So right now we're at 11 point something or maybe just 11 on Zeph. That will only be 0.6 per block. So, it's going to be a lot harder to get Zeph here soon. So that's why a lot of people are probably stacking it up while you can. Flux here is paying $30,000. So it's in 23rd place here, but that's only $30,000. Radiant's only at 29. That's crazy. I thought it was higher than that. But yeah, we can see that, the amount that these other coins are paying miners, it's not very much at all. Very, very little. They're not paying miners hardly anything compared to what they were getting paid last bull run. So this is going to be, it's going to hurt. It's going to be a hurting bull cycle, I feel, on the GPU side of things. But again, we don't know until we actually see how this whole thing plays out with hash rate coming back. As GPU miners, we need something like KLS to succeed. KLS like Carlson? Yeah, you mean like without going ASIC? Yeah, for sure. That's definitely a good thing. You know, Carlson is doing well. It's doing awesome. And if they plan on remaining, that could be the next best coin. We don't know what is going to be the actual next best coin. What's going to be the big hash rate soaker? No one has a clue. We can all just speculate and guess. You know, it could be Carlson. Could be Pyrant. It could be, you know, Chlor AI. It could be anything. We have no idea what the next major coin could be, or maybe none of them actually explode. But we are going to need at least a good 3 to soak up a majority to keep the other ones in decent profitability, because there is that equilibrium to make up a coin. And right now, like I said, you cannot argue the fact that Ethereum Classic is still one of the major soakers of the GPU hash rate right now. Could be Rabid coin. Yeah, maybe it's Rabid coin. Rabid coin, you know, when that thing releases, it could be big. It could be bigger than Bitcoin. Isn't that what everyone says about their coin? It's big. It's going to be better than Bitcoin. They never are. I don't care. Even Kaspa, you're never going to be bigger than Bitcoin. Just accept it now and you'll be okay with life. Nothing is ever going to beat Bitcoin. You know, it's the main market driver. There's always, oh, Ethereum's going to flip Bitcoin. This is going to flip Bitcoin. I don't think anything will ever flip Bitcoin. It's not going to happen. But, you know, hey, you know what? Crazier things have happened, I guess. Horse coin. Yeah, there you go. Horse coin. Horse coin to the moon. Only ETC and BTC on ShakePay, though. Yeah, that's another thing. In my opinion, we need like 10 coins are the same in profits but higher to make hash rate decent. If one coin pops, profits get wrecked in a day. Exactly. That's the thing. If only one coin, unless it, yeah, you're right. You know, I don't see any coin hitting on the Ethereum level this bull run on a GPU. So yeah, you're going to definitely need multiple coins to pop to keep for profits to maintain, because once a coin starts going up in profitability, the hash rate smokes it. And that's kind of why I looked at that emission schedule. Those are the numbers that you really need to watch. What coin is paying miners the most per 24 hours? Because those are the hash rate soakers. Because it takes a lot more hash rate to equilibrium all the profitability there. So you need a few really big hash rate soakers to equal, well, you're going to need the entire GPU market right now to equal. It's still not going to be as big as Ethereum was by itself this cycle. I really can't see that happening. That is, it just got so huge so fast. I don't know. I don't see any other coins that are in interest than Bitcoin and Ethereum. Those are the two major coins for sure. Ethereum is, as much as we hate it as miners because it went POS, it's the ecosystem is massive. Everything is built on it. Everything. Stable coins. It has everything. It's Ethereum is just, you can't argue the fact what Ethereum is, even though it's expensive to use. The only way we're going to see other than, like, you know, Zeph is trying to do something like that, you know, the private stable coin, but unless exchanges and people actually adapt that stable coin, it's not really going to do anything. It's pointless to even have in the first place. Yeah, it's a nice feature for, you know, true privacy people to go through, but a lot of exchanges aren't going to list, like the major ones where all the money flows, they don't list stable or private coins in the first place. And then you also got another chain coming out with their stable coin. We've seen what happened with Luna and all these other things where people just got wrecked off deep bagging. So there's other things happening on Zeph. I'm just trying to use Zeph as an example. I'm not saying that's the next go-to stable thing, but you got to use, like, Zeph has different things happening, whereas allegedly it can't depeg. I don't know how they're doing it. There's some crazy stuff they got going on there. But the point is, like, seriously, you say someone comes up to you and, like, here we go, guys, here's a new coin. They are running a stable coin. Is that what how are you going to get that off Ethereum? Who is going to take on the new next USDT, the next USDC, and so on their network? Like, it's not going to happen. I can't see another network becoming the next go-to for the stable coin over Ethereum, because it's been there for so long. Everybody trusts it. It's going to be a very hard process for get people to adapt your stable coin instead. That's just kind of how I feel. But the downfall is Ethereum is just stupid expensive to use in the first place. Now, it is supposed to get cheaper. Don't get me wrong there. Like, we're still talking right now. We're talking everything, POS, EIP, 1559, all the stuff that people somehow thought was going to drop gas fees and never was intended. They still have another update or two to do before that finally happens. So it's gonna happen, but we know the speed of Ethereum devs. It's probably about a good 5-10 years away, but it will happen where fees are lower. And I can't see another market pulling the stable coins and everything away and using theirs instead, especially on all these big exchanges and stuff. So, you know, Ethereum's going to stay huge. Obviously, Bitcoin's going to stay massive. It's going to stay as the king. And then when it comes to the altcoins, we're going to see massive gains on altcoins. Guaranteed. Kaspa, who knows what it could hit? We have no idea. 50 cents, $1, $2, $100,000. No, it's not going that high. But, we're going to see probably, some of these coins are going to 100x for sure, but we just don't know which ones they are. So just get your bag, guys. Get your bag ready because the bull run is coming. It's a year and a half until we're at like peak bull run time. We're going to have this is going to be an awesome year for crypto. 100%. Next year is going to be even better. Following year, 2026, it's going to start tapering down. By the end of 2026, we're going to be back into a bear market, but it's too soon to start talking about that. So we'll wait. We'll wait. But just play them cycles, guys. It's coming. Rabid, what do you think about Hyper X Re-Ethereum? Is that what Hyper is? That's the Re-Ethereum rebranded. I heard that. Okay, I was trying to figure that out because I kept seeing mine Hypera plus this on hashrate.no. I was like, what the heck is this Hypera coin? But yeah, okay, that's Re-Ethereum that got rebranded. Okay, I don't know. I never really paid attention to Re-Ethereum. I haven't paid attention to GPU coins for a while. All I've been following, like, once the profitability starts picking up decent on them, then yeah, I'll definitely be watching it a lot closer and, maybe even build a rig if it looks like it's a good idea. But so far, it's still not looking like a good idea in my eyes. So as for that coin itself, I don't know. I haven't been following it. Don't know about Re-Ethereum. We have hard drive mining, GPU, CPU. I'm waiting on power supply mining. Have extra power in your PSU, mine with it. Yeah, for sure. Let's do some power supply mining. Maybe we can help out the energy grids with our power supply. That wouldn't make sense because we're using power to make power. I don't know. They'll figure it out. You have a good part number for a robust barrel connector, 5.5 millimeter by 2.5. Oh, no, I'm not sure. I haven't really looked into that. Like, I could recommend, I guess, the veteran miner cables for those. But again, I still don't know what the ratings or anything is on them. Yeah, it's hard to find, like, really high barrel plugs. I don't know, like, even what to look for them to see what you're getting. For long-term investment, would you consider the coin name relevant? I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say realistically because look at meme coins. They have some of the dumbest names you could ever think of, and they go up like 10,000%. So, I don't think coin name is really an issue. If it makes you money, it makes you money. That's the bottom line, isn't it? Like, whatever. Oh, I got that coin. Yeah. What was that? Yeah, coin. That's the dumbest name I ever heard. Yeah, but it made me $1 million off $200. Okay, I'm in. Like, who cares about the coin name? If it makes you money, it makes you money. But long term, like, yeah, I don't know. For me, it doesn't really matter. What the coin's called, I guess. Poo poo coin could be the next F. Who knows? It's like the wild west. Yeah, who knows? You never know. It could be poo poo coin. Hey, there's a lot of like obsession with like all that weird stuff. You see all the toys they make now, like the emoji poop and all this stuff, and like the those kid videos of playing with this poop slime. Like, yeah, you never know. Poop coin could explode. Who knows? We have no idea. This is crazy crypto. Poo USD. There you go. That's the next stable coin. Poo. Now, if there's a Winnie the Pooh coin too, who knows? The options are endless with these crazy things. Confused before placing my only L7 on NiceHash or on F2 pool. Any suggestions? NiceHash, I don't know. NiceHash is interesting. Now, NiceHash can make you good money, but only when the demand for that algorithm is high. Other than that, then you're making about the same as you would on a pool or even less. than you would mining the coin directly, because you got to keep in mind, NiceHash is driven by demand of rental hash rate. So if people aren't really renting, NiceHash isn't just mining to a pool and paying you out in whatever you're mining. They're paying you what they get paid for your hash rate. So if no one's renting your hash rate, you're actually going to end up with less than if you're actually mining to a pool. But when the demand grows, people pay stupid high amounts of money when they really want to get their hands on a coin, and you can make 6, 7, even 10 times more than you should be on NiceHash. What I would do, I would pool mine. I would pool mine with that. Maybe not F2 pool. They have been doing a lot of I don't like F2 pool. They do a lot of sketchy stuff in the back end. That's one of the main reasons why what is it? The ETH hash has a version 2 stratum and stuff, because I think that was one of the pools that was stealing blocks from other pools through a security. I don't even know how that all works. Regardless, I would I'd recommend, L7, maybe Litecoin pool is a wicked one if you want Litecoin Doge. Pro hashing is pretty decent. Unminable is great. I found if you want Dogecoin, Unminable is actually one of the highest yielding pools, but it all depends on, what pool they're proxying to, because they also proxy out. So it's interesting, but when I did testing, I found Unminable was great for using script miners on it and getting paid out in Dogecoin, at least anyway. So there's that option there. And then, every day or two, every couple days, depending on how much time you have, just check the profitability of NiceHash. If it looks like demand is growing, maybe a new coin emerged and people are jumping on that off script or something, then maybe slap it on to NiceHash and you could probably hit, some double the profitability, triple the profitability days, and then you can just sell that Bitcoin and convert it into something else. Now, if you just want a Bitcoin off the get-go and that's the main reason why you wanted NiceHash, then I guess you could just mine on that constantly. You don't have to worry about swapping fees and doing all that stuff yourself. So that's another scenario, I guess you could do it. But yeah, so I guess that would be my 2 cents with the L7, depending what you want to do. So hopefully you understand that. NiceHash made me a stepdad. Solana is in 3rd place. How about Honey? Honey tokens, the good old Honey Hive Mapper. Yeah. So I know a lot of people have been selling. I probably would have made, sell in the pumps and then buy back in the dumps. You know how it all works. I'm just hodling it. I have one goal. Set your goals, set your prices, set your limits, and then don't worry about it. Ignore the rest until the bull run hits. So my goal for Honey is it has hit upwards to 38 cents and stuff. I've had it for a little over a year now. I just got my second one there a couple weeks ago. You guys probably saw the video or not. It's actually right here. That one right there. But actually January this month, they have a half a month left for their bonus where you're actually going to get 1,000 Honey tokens after you map your first 200 kilometers on orders only in January. So yeah, anyway, not talking about that. So my original goal was hopefully this thing at least covers gas. I went through this in that video, and if it covers, this is awesome. I go to town, I drive a truck, gas is expensive. This thing easily and more covered gas prices to go anywhere. So it's like awesome, free gas. Who needs an electric vehicle when I can get gas for free from a Honey Mapper here? Then obviously, I didn't sell any, and I just kept letting it stack up. But, the value I was getting was easily covering that. So it just gave you peace of mind. So then moving forward, I was like, okay, you know what? If I do the numbers, I'm getting this amount by that. And if it hits, 30, 40 cents, I might be able to buy a brand new vehicle in 2025. So that became my next goal. My goal is like, all right, I'm going to do that. So that goal already actually happened. 1 year later, now, instead of 3 years later when I first got it, because 2025 is the peak bull run, I was like, okay, well, it went to 38 cents. I had enough coins to go out there, buy a brand new, spanking new, 0 kilometers on it. I'm not talking about Lamborghinis or anything like that. All I'm looking for is maybe, a nice fuel efficient, Honda Civic, maybe a Toyota Corolla, but, a nice brand new one or something. Brand spanking new 2024. So I was like, okay, I could have done that. I could have sold my coins, went to the dealership, bought it there on the spot, right? But I was like, you know what? My original goal is wait for the bull run. So now I'm like, okay, I'm going to wait till 2025 and see what happens. I might be able to get enough for 2 vehicles now. One for me, one for the old lady. She wants a new Jeep and stuff. So you know what? That's my goal. Those are my goals. And it seems like my goals keep getting bigger with this thing. But this little device over, hopefully, in theory, if it hits 50, 60 cents, still with the current timeline, I could go out there and get 2 brand new vehicles in 2025. Now, Is it going to play out? We don't know because it's not 2025 yet. So we'll see what happens in, I guess, next year, if I'm going to be buying 2 brand new vehicles or not with honey tokens, because that could be a thing. So we'll find out. We'll find out next year if this thing actually worked or not. But that's my goal. Just set goals. You know, the moral of the story is don't just keep watching things to pump. Just because someone says Bitcoin's going to go to $500 million, don't listen to that jackass. He's trying to steal all your money and use you for liquidity. What you want to do is pick your goal, pick your price. Personally, myself, I feel Bitcoin next run is going to hit, you know, a peak around 100 to 150,000. I don't think it's going to go anywhere above 150K. I don't even know if it'll hit 150K. That's like my top end there. If it goes above that, that is awesome. But I really feel 100 to 150K is probably the top of the market for Bitcoin in 2025. So you're going to see people saying Bitcoin is going to hit $1 million. Some people are already saying it's going to hit 500,000 and $1 million by the end of this year. That is totally stupid. But, you know, pick a price, you know, maybe say 110,000, I'm selling my Bitcoin. What? Maybe it goes to 130, you missed out on that. It's okay. You took your profits. It is okay to do that. If you try to sell at the top anyway, you're not going to be able to sell because there's no more liquidity. Once it hits that top, it's going down. It's never going back until the following cycle. So just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. Set targets, set where you want to go. And then once it hits that point, just take your profits. Maybe only take half if you want to see if it goes up more. And then if it doesn't, it starts dipping, you know, take that. And then just wait. Wait another year or so for the next bear market. Maybe you're going to buy a bunch of hardware, or maybe you're just going to reinvest it. But just wait for the cycles to play its mind, do its thing, and then just do that. But make sure you set your targets, because if you don't, you're going to end up holding the bag and be like, well, it's going to come back up eventually, and then you're going to be waiting another 4 years. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents. You know, not financial advice. Do whatever you can, get info wherever you can, but, you know, just play the cycles. Set goals and just go with them that way. Don't expect the moon. Don't expect the Lambo. Just expect small things. Be happy with the profit. You're mad. We must think like a Ferengi looking for gold pressure. Yeah, for sure. Just like me earlier. Like, what was it? I had around, when Kaspa hit, it was like what, 5-6 cents. I had about 40,000 coins and I sold them. I was like, all right, maybe I'll be at the dip. And then it never dipped. It kept going up. So I was like, hey, whatever. So instead of buying back in, what I actually did, that's what I used to actually buy a dual epic. I bought my dual epic with Kaspa. Now, sure, that 40,000 Kaspa could end up turning into, if Kaspa hits $1, like $40,000. That'll be a $40,000 epic. But am I happy with what I did? Yeah, I am. I don't care. Whatever. You know, it's a thing. You know, I use my crypto. That is my spending money. That is my farm expansion money at that time. I spent it, and I got the dual epic. I got to do videos on it. It's a wicked CPU miner, and I did that with my Kaspa, and I have zero regrets. None. Sure. You know what? It might be worth $40,000. So at this point, you know, right now, I'm at a level on my mining farm where I'm way better off than I was last bear cycle. Like last bear cycle, I went into it with like 12 570s, 580s. Obviously, we had Ethereum around, so it was pretty good. And then, you know, I had like maybe 2 or 3 CPUs, like one or two 3900Xs. Is all I had going into the last bull cycle. This bull cycle, I'm coming in with like 800 kilohash, almost a mega hash on Random X. I'm coming in with, you know, 6.5 terahash on Kaspa. I'm coming in with I don't even know. I got the 4090, not really counting GPUs. There's the E300 there. I'm a lot better off this cycle than last cycle, and that's all it's about. Just expand your farms, continue growing. And now I'm at the point where I'm just gonna kind of hang on to things, hodl my crypto, and see how much I can get out of it, and then wait for the next cycle to see what happens. Because each cycle, it's different. Obviously, GPUs was the cycle last cycle. This cycle, I feel it's going to be CPUs, but I also feel it's going to be a GPU reset, because still, as bullish as a lot of people are, you see all over the place, because it is one of the most common ways to mine crypto. I feel this is the CPU cycle, and we don't have to worry about an Ethereum level event happening where we're going to see like Zeph, brings in a crap ton of hash rate, but it's still going to be CPU mineable into the next bear market. So hash rate will just, leave like it usually does in bear market cycles. We don't have to worry about it just disappearing and then all of a sudden, oh great, now what are we going to do type of thing. We're just going to see a normal cycle play out. So on the GPU side, people are going to start realizing that, oh crap, you know what? Ethereum was a big deal and it really did hurt us. So we're going to see a GPU reset this cycle, I feel. And then 2029, that'll probably be another GPU cycle because all these coins we have now will be maturing. A lot of people will give up, and then we'll see another market for GPUs emerge in the GPU mining crypto cycle. So that's what I feel could happen here. So that way, moving on after this cycle, I'm going to wait and see, after we take, hopefully we all get nice profits into this next bull, wait for the bear to come in, kind of feel out what's happening, and then decide where do I want to move in the next bear cycle. Do I want to, double up and continue on the CPU minus side of things? Or is GPU starting to look better again like we thought because now they're on reset because it sucked in 2025? So maybe I'm going to start building GPUs for that cycle. So that's just kind of things. Keep your mind open, look at things. Maybe a new coin emerges on ASICs. Definitely you can't count on ASICs because, obviously Kaspa ASICs are still making mad money. So, these other things, Dogecoin, maybe it blows up to $2 in the following cycle next time. We have no freaking idea what's going to happen, but you're just going to have to play each cycle the way it is. And I feel like this cycle could be the CPU cycle. Like I said, GPUs could be a reset here, and then moving in 2029, we could be back in the GPU thing again. So just keep an eye on things, and that's kind of where I am. That's why I like to diversify kind of a little bit in everything, so I know and kind of feel out which way the market might be going on set hardware, and this kind of transition to that. I don't set my stone, set in stone. I'm only a GPU miner. I'm only a CPU miner. I'm only an ASIC. I'm only an FPGA. I mine whatever the heck makes money, and that's why a lot of you guys do follow me, because I don't care about talking trash about a coin. I don't care about talking trash about a miner. If it's making me money, I don't care. If it's not making me money, I don't like it. That's pretty much the way it works with me. Anyway, yeah, that's my 2 cents on that little rant. You guys talking away? Did I miss anything in the live chat there? I kind of just stare at the side wall there inside of my computer and talk away at whatever. Anyway, so what do we got here? Anybody agree, disagree with anything I just said? Definitely it's opinions, guys. Let me hear your opinions. I want to know what you guys have to say about all this too. Just don't pay $12K for 5700 XTs like Rabid. Yeah, don't do that. That's exactly what happened last time. It was absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. I spent like $6-7 Ethereum on a 5700 XT, and then I went to like $4,000 or $5,000. Yeah, actually, whoa, that's more than $12,000. I'm going to do the math right now. I don't even think I want to do the math. Let's just say here. So, $600. Let's see. $600 divided by, like I said, it was like $80, $80 to maybe $150 Ethereum. So that was 4 Ethereum. 4 Ethereum per 5700 XT. And what did it hit, like $4,000? Oh, I should not have done the math. So the 5700 XTs I got were worth about $16,000. Yeah, that's right. That's what happened. I spent 4 Ethereum at $150 Ethereum to buy 2 $600 GPUs. So I guess times that by 2 is what I paid. I paid 8 Ethereum for 2 GPUs in 2020. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And there's 30-some thousand right there. Awesome. Awesome times, right? Don't we just love mining? It's wicked. Doing anything you can to get that hardware, right? Awesome. Moon boots are the way. Digibyte and BCH is for old miners like S17s. Yeah, for sure, because the hash rate isn't too high. It's decent profitability. Same time though, like if the profitability is kind of decent, why wouldn't you just take an S21? That's what I do. Think outside the box. Yeah, everyone's buying an S21 for Bitcoin, obviously, because that's the big go-getter. But that's where all the hash rate is. What if you slap that S21 on Bitcoin Cash? What if a new fork comes out and you can play every miner just like the way you can now. Like everyone, you know, buy a Bitcoin miner for Bitcoin mining. But in theory, there's new Bitcoin forks coming out all the time. You know, just like we're doing on CPUs now. If you just invest more time, look at new forks, look at new coins, slap your S21 on the new forks there, have no hash rate, get a crap ton of it, and maybe you can sell it and make more than you'd be mining Bitcoin. That's definitely a thing for sure. So kind of saying that the S17 is only for Bitcoin Cash isn't necessarily true. If I had the best Bitcoin miners, you know, the most efficient big bad boys, I'd probably be looking into other options like, what is this coin making? What is this coin making? You know, I cannot compete. I even at 11 cent per kilowatt hour, cannot compete with, you know, mining farms that have over 10,000 of the best Bitcoin miners, and they're only paying 2-3 cents in power. Cannot compete with that. You got to try and do everything you can to keep that profitability up. Like, it's crazy. I'm going to build build solar on my garage so my Z9 minis and Z9 can be profitable. For sure, yeah. You know, that's the other thing. If you got solar and maybe the battery back, that'll get definitely expensive because you need over double the power and panels to power and charge your batteries at the same time. That way, when the sun goes down, you have battery power left to make it through the entire night. So like I said, if I ever got into solar, those are the things I would look at. You know, I'm not just trying to offset only running during the day. If I was to go full, you know, true solar mining through that, that's how I would look at it. I wouldn't just get a couple panels, slap them up, say, hey, I'm mining this for 6 hours a day off free power. I don't care about that. What I care about is all in or nothing. You know, maybe I'm got a different mentality here, but I would go all in where I'm going to calculate it. You know, the lowest time, which is winter time here, it's going to be very expensive, but we only have like 5-6 hours of daylight in the winter time here. So that means we have like 16 hours, or I guess whatever the math is, 14-15 hours of darkness here. You're going to need the capacity to run whatever miners you plan on running, on top of charge all that and have enough batteries to run for 15 hours at that power over it. So you're going to need an entire loop so that your miners stay running for 24/7. Only then you can truly say, I am mining these off free power. But it's going to be a huge bill to get your solar up to that type of level. But, you know, that's something I do plan on looking into. And when I do ever eventually, maybe that'll be a lot of my Bitcoin, but any of my crypto profits coming out through this bull run, depending how it is, that might be something I'll kind of look into, because that's would be a nice factor, is to have some rigs running a complete 24-hour cycle, running off batteries and charging those batteries on top of all your mining hardware on the side. That'd be a huge farm, but it'd be crazy. Use commercial panels, requires less panels for more wattage. I do commercial sites. Yeah, Blue Dragon Miner, that's awesome. Yeah, for sure. I'd definitely be looking into the higher powered panels. You know, the highest powered panels you can find was obviously result in the smallest footprints, because solar needs such a huge footprint. And, you know, the technology is getting better. I believe the majority of them now are like, what, 400, a lot of people are what, 480 to 600 watt panels or something, but you can get over 1 kilowatt powered panels now, I believe. Maybe it's even higher now, but you can get over 1,000 watt per panel, which definitely drops the footprint down by quite a bit. Did you stack a Kyla yet? No. I don't even know how much Kyla coin I have. I'm a little over half. I think I'm at like 0.58, maybe 0.6 something. I'm almost there, but I don't have one yet. Sadly, I do want to get that Kyla coin though. That BCH block size though, hit one on rental hash rate a couple months ago. Got $1,400 worth of new hardware with. Nice. That is awesome. Oh wow, that's wicked saddy sometimes. Sweet. Vitalik did create ETH to lower the bring back GPU miners back to get Bitcoin. No point in going solar if it isn't for BTC. Proof of work is dead. Proof of work is definitely not dead. Wishing you a full... Yeah, me too. I'm wishing for a full Kyla coin as well. Maybe I should point some rigs there and do it and finally get it over with. I got to figure out how to get that C1100 point. Just so I can get the C1100 and the E300 on an ASAP. You know, it shouldn't take too long to finish getting that one coin, but yeah, we'll see what happens. What about selling Zeph for something like Celestia and stacking it in projects that are likely to airdrop instead of just leaving my bags idle? That's, thank you for the $5 Canadian. You know, that's something totally up to you. You can definitely do that if you want. Major issue is I stay away from airdrops and anything that wants you linking a MetaMask wallet or anything like that, because 99% of them are all scams. So I would be very careful, but you know, there's some legit projects out there for sure. So, you know, if you want to find a way to lock something up or, you know, get an APY or some airdrops out of something based on what you currently have, go for it. Go for it. If that's something you want to do it. But just always do your own research and make sure it's a legit project or something, because a lot of those airdrops, that's the main reason how people are getting scammed all the time. E300 will get you there for sure. Yeah. If you going to use proof of work for daily returns, it's dead. I've been using proof of work for daily returns like every day since ETH went POS with my CPUs and had zero issues. So I consider proof of work stronger than ever, actually, at least for me. Um, 100x long on friend coin. 100x long on friend coin. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That is insane. 100x long on friend coin. I don't even know how that stuff works. 100x long and all that. Like, I don't even know. Like, that's trading stuff. I don't trade. I mine and dump. Those are the only two things I know. You mine it and then you dump it. Then you buy stuff with it or whatever. Where will you point me to start getting involved in running nodes? Well, that all depends on the node that you would like to run. If it's just a simple running a Kaspa node because you want to solo mine, you know, I do have a couple of videos on that with the KDX app. You know, if it's running an ETCMC node, you know, I do have a setup video on that. But for the most part, it all depends on what you actually want to run. Now, if it's jumping into Flux nodes or something, then I would have to say, you know, maybe check out Mining King or Max Voltage, because, you know, all those guys over there, they're heavy into Flux for some reason. Don't know why, but they are. I'm in Texas and we got a massive cold front. Dusted off my 5700s and set up a rig in my office today. Nice livestock. Nice. Just keep buying Kaspa. There you go. Keep doing that. I missed it. All good. Awesome. Hey, no problem. All right, how long? Oh, wow, we've been here for a while, guys. Are there any last-minute question stuff here that you do guys want to ask me or anything? We'll talk about it. What do we got here? Remove that. Okay, awesome. You know what? I wonder where my Kylocoin wallet is. I'm going to bring this up. Programs, wallets. Let's just see. Look at all my... Oh, my gosh. You got so many wallets here. Look at all the wallets in here. Oh, there's Kylocoin right there. All right, I'm just going to bring this... I'm going to see how much I actually have. Let's find out how much Kylocoin I'm sitting at right now. I don't even really know. I could have lied. Maybe I don't have any. Just kidding. Let's find out. All right. Yeah. Doing your thing. Yada, yada, yada. Hide. Oh, I'm at 0.64. I'm close. I haven't mined since, so I don't need to wait for this to sync. But I'm at 0.643. Unless I got wiped out. So, okay. So I'm at 0.64. I'm almost there. Almost there. So yeah, cool. I should get the rest of it. I need to get the rest of it. Get that one coin. What do we got here? Livestock for real. It's so cold. PBO curve optimizer, better frequency and less power. I'm just holding it because I made promise to mining for people. What are you hodling? What are you hodling? I have like 25% of the supply. Of what? I'm trying to see. Kasu's. What do you got 25% of the supply of? I can't see it. How much stick of RAM you're running with your 5950X? I got 2 sticks in them, and you know, the amount of RAM you have doesn't matter. It's more of the speed and latency of the RAM. on the 3 and 5000 series. So, you know, whether they're two 4 gigabyte sticks, two 8 gigabyte sticks, that's not going to do anything. It's not going to matter. It's just the as long as you have 2 sticks in there. Oh, friend coin. You got 25% of the friend coin. That's crazy. just another poop coin. They like to mine. Rabid, for you solar guys, consider that many miners and all CPU, GPU stuff run on 12 volt, so you can bypass the power robbing power supply. Okay. Oh wait, that's a good point. So what are you saying? You saying you could run them off the battery directly, so then in theory you're running at 100% efficiency? Is that kind of what you're pointing out there? That you don't even have to use the power supply? Or am I reading that wrong? That would be that's an interesting concept for sure. Okay, you know, that is very interesting. That is something that, yeah, 100% efficiency. Getting rid of the power supply completely. That saves on rig costs and everything. That's a very cool thing. I am definitely going to have to write that down and examine this further. PSU-less mining. That just sounds weird. PSU-less mining. Mining without a PSU. Imagine that video. Running at 100% efficiency 24/7. Awesome. That's a good call. I'm glad you brought that up. I wouldn't even have thought of that. That's wicked. That's awesome. What's a good recommendation for a Pico adapter to run multiple CPU rigs on a single PSU? Well, there's 2 ways to do it. Let me see if I can find my videos here. I got a couple of videos on powering CPU mining rigs. Let's see here what pops up. Nope, that didn't come up. Oh yeah, my stupid keyboard's being dumb. That's why. Maybe this is one of them. CPU splitters, 24-pin barrel plugs, Picos. Yeah, I got all the links and stuff in this. So yeah, check this video out on powering CPU mining rigs. I got links to Picos and all sorts of stuff there. But keep in mind, for the barrel, if that's the one that still has the barrel plugs, I cut them off and I changed them over to Anderson plugs. Can't remember which one that video is though. Would you buy an FPGA now? If yes, which one? Well, if you were here yesterday, Retro Mike was mentioning, we were kind of asking about some stuff, and it sounds like Osprey's FPGA's power delivery is like top notch and better than just buying straight up FPGAs. And the VU33Ps is about on par with the C1100, which is probably one of the best FPGAs out there. As far as I'm aware, there could be better ones coming out soon or already have been. I don't know, but the VU33Ps perform about the same as a C1100, but Osprey's power delivery actually makes them a little more efficient. So based on all that, and they also got the 33P version, which is technically the same as the Squirrel FK33s. And again, Osprey's power delivery is supposed to be better, so they're more efficient than even the Squirrel FPGAs. It just sounds like the E300s are possibly maybe the best GPUs, FPGAs that to get for mining, in theory. Now, I do have some videos on it with discount codes. I don't know if they're in this one or not. So if you do plan on checking it out, be sure to use my Osprey discount codes. Oh yeah, they are down there. Let's just see if they still work. They're expensive though. FPGAs are so expensive. Let's just check out Osprey Electronics and make sure these codes still work. I don't know if they still work or not. Oh, and there's one for each one. So the E300 is RAB125. And there's the E300-VU33P, that's RAB100, and the E100 is RAB_E100. It's all in the description, but you have to use the right code for the right miner. So let's just see if the E300-VU35P works. This thing's $5,200. Ugh, I want more FPGAs, but they are so expensive. That sucks. Alberta, Canada, yeah. Why do I have two? What is this? 33P. Okay, check out. Now, let's see if this... Enter a promo code. I don't want that. Enter a promo code. How come it won't let me click? Can I just... It won't let me put in a code at all. I got to talk to them and see what's going on. All right, it's not even letting me click to put in a code, so I don't know what's happening. And that's an old code here. That was for like some special thing. I want to change it. Let me change it. So yeah, I don't know if the codes work or not because it's not letting me put anything in there. So that sucks. I'll email them and see what's going on with that. Speaking of which, I'm hoping today, I've been meaning to do this for like 2 weeks now, maybe a month, but the E300 recently got ETI support. Now, I don't know if the difficulty dropped on ETI yet, because if you're unfamiliar with that, it kind of runs like Bitcoin difficulty, where we know what happened with Ergo before they kind of fixed it. Is the difficulty, you know, it was on hashrate.no, all the GPUs smoked it, and the difficulty just shot to the moon. But it's on a super delayed, like an epoch thing or something, where it takes a long time to adjust. So for like the past, I don't even know, a month, it's been at a super high difficulty, even though the hash rate is very low. So it's hardly finding any blocks. So once that was, you know, the top coin on hashrate.no, everyone smashed it and then took off once the difficulty kind of caught up to it and the profitability went down. But now it's stuck at super high difficulty. So it's going to be interesting, because I expect that once the difficulty to finally adjust to where it is, it'll probably start looking like a good profitability on hashrate.no again, and then that difficulty is going to spike again. But because I still don't see it that close on hashrate.no anymore still, I'm assuming it didn't adjust yet. But again, I don't know if it actually did. I'm trying to find more information on how long it takes to adjust and stuff. But anyway, the E300 can mine ETI now, so that's awesome. Obviously, it also got a Radiant boost supposedly like a month ago, which I still have to try. So I do plan on testing those both out today. And, you know, maybe I'll drop that tomorrow. Probably two different videos, because, you know, you got to work with the YouTube algorithm. E300 Radiant, you know, E300 ETI. You can't just go E300 multi-coins, because people don't care about that. You know, you got to play the YouTube algorithm. So it'll probably be two different videos coming out tomorrow if I get them both done today. We'll see what happens. I got an E100 last spring off your code. Just picked up another board from the New Year's code. Nice, nice. So the codes are still working then. Interesting. I do want to get more. I want more. I do want FPGAs. Is something I am interested in. It's just that I am not interested in their prices. They're expensive, but I think they are cool. Like, once you catch a coin early on an FPGA, in between that transition from possible GPU to ASIC, there's a lot of money that could be made with those things in that in between there. Like, look what happened with Kaspa when these things first emerged. Like, you had, you know, what was it? I can't even remember what Kaspa hash rates were, but, you know, 1 gigahash, half a gigahash or something. And then the E300 came out at like 15 gigahash, and people were like jaw dropping. 15 gigahash on Kaspa, that's insane. And, you know, then all of a sudden it went to the ASICs, and now you're at 200 gigahash on a KS0 Pro and 6.5 terahash on 3 miners and so on. But, you know, that transition in between there, a lot of money can be made with an FPGA if you play the cards right. It's just that they're so darn expensive to get. Once I do the design around spring to early summer, I'll post a vid so you can see it. Awesome. Rick 4, I won't run it directly. Always put a replay. You need a trip point in between in the code. Newton is KYC, yes, but very simple. MEXC is awesome to trade on and no KYC. Newton is super cheap to on and off ramp Canadian. Yeah, so I don't have any. I got a referral link for Newton if you guys want to use it. I use Newton a lot in Canada for off ramping. I don't usually on ramp because I mine, but for off ramping, yeah, it works great. And MEXC, I do have a link down there because that's actually one of the exchanges I use for everything. I don't use Binance and all this. I do really enjoy using MEXC for majority of my trading of the coins that they support and I mine. But yeah, I should have an exchange link in the description, but I'm not sure if it's there or not. I'll try to get my Newton one out there for you guys somehow. I don't know how. I don't have it. Maybe I do. Let me check. No, it's probably in Discord. Maybe some other time. MEXC is full with all S coins. New coins come up. MEXC gets it. Yeah, MEXC jumps on coins. It's good. There's a bunch of people there. Volume's decent. I have never had any issues trading over there at all. My pizza arrived. Be right back. Oh, we got a pizza. Anyway, guys, so we have been here for quite some time. It's very, very dry. My lips are ready, I think, to fall off. It's so dry and cold. But what's this? We got to see a last minute question here from BC. How do you mine ETC plus ZIL on an X16Q? What is the setup? Depends on the pool. It definitely depends on the pool. So if you're mining on Crazy Pool, which I am, sorry I can't show you now because I set my ASICs for hosting, but we can just come into here. So here we can see on Crazy Pool that this is my rigs. They're mining away. 5.94 gigahash on Octa.Space. Current rewards is at $24.33. And the ZIL side of things is looking like about 3.97 gigahash and 212 for an extra $4.64. So what you got to do for Crazy Pool is in your wallet address, you put your, well, if it's Octa, ETC, you ask for ETC, so put your ETC wallet address, put a period, and then your ZIL wallet address. And then you want to, for an X16, you're going to see, let me look at the worker name, to get the boost because it is Stratum ported, you can see right here. Then for your username, put another period, and then like you normally would, and then use jazzminer _, and then whatever you want for that worker name. Can I zoom in here so you can see it a little better? Kind of right there, you can see. So you're going to need this part here. So, you know, let me just kind of write this out for you, I guess. Where's a notepad? Notepad. Maybe this will make it easier for you if you can see this. So you're going to put ETC address like so. You're going to paste your ETC address in, put a period. You're going to put ZIL address like so. Then you're going to put a period. Then you're going to put jazzminer _, and then whatever your worker name. Like that. So that's what you're going to want to do. Let's just double check to see it's, yeah, jazzminer _. I probably just need a small j there. I'm not 100% sure if the capital matters or not. But this is how you can do it. So ET address, ETC address, period, ZIL address, period, jazzminer _, and then whatever worker name you want. And this is a tweaking for the ZIL DAG file. So when it gets ready to do a ZIL round, it kind of stops your main coin a little bit early, so it has time that the DAG will be fully implemented by the time the ZIL round starts to kind of maximize your ZIL earnings there. Now, for iPolos, if you have iPolos as well, you would change this jazzminer part to iPolo _ and your worker name, because the jazzminers and the iPolos, each one takes different time to actually load the DAG size. So Crazy Pool does have it tweaked for each individual miner, which I think it does say down below here somewhere. If we go to ZIL mining, it might say that. Yeah, so it actually shows you everything right here. It says put iPolo if it's on iPolo, and then jazzminer if it's a jazzminer. So that's how you would set that up for ETC and mining with ZIL on the X16. I do have videos on it as well on how to set that up as well. I believe in past previous ones. So hopefully that helps you out. Anyway, guys, so thank you for checking out this live stream, and I guess we'll see you on the next one. I'm getting pretty dried up here, turned into a shriveled prune, and I got a bunch of E300 tests I got to try to get done. And if I don't, I'll probably do something else. But we'll see what happens, whatever releases tomorrow. But thank you for checking out this. Thank you for checking this out, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Rabid out. Hit that like button.